camera. You're off screen a little bit.
That's the point.
Let the people see your pretty face.
Yeah, okay. What do you want?
I'm not going to ask for a quarter for the gumball machine. That's a little repetitive.
And I don't have a quarter.
It's okay. I probably got one laying here somewhere. Anyways, yeah, we are live. So basically, this is a live Q&A. It's been, I think, over a year now since I last did one of these. And I figured I'd go ahead and basically put one together here. So, well, I don't know. Just not sure what to say right now. But basically, this is a live Q&A. So for however long this stream goes on for, I'm going to be here answering you guys' questions. I don't want this to go on forever, though. So 2-hour max, and I personally prefer it be even shorter than that. But anyways, I don't really have a whole lot to answer right now. Nobody submitted questions early. I don't know if they didn't see the post or what. That's just the YouTube algorithm keeps screwing everyone over in that regards. You post something or you upload something and it just goes off into cyberspace, I guess. But don't think anyone's here at the moment. So for now, probably wait 5 minutes or so. But yeah, what to talk about?
Who's that handsome guy in the
Stop
camera?
it. None of that.
Fine.
Try
Try to be nice.
Yeah, I know. Number one fan sitting next to me.
Nah.
Did want to mention there.
Oh, one person is watching. That's not me.
Yeah, maybe it's Eddie. I don't know. I did want to mention a few channel updates. I'm still doing the 3 uploads per week. Again, trying to catch up on.
They left.
Trying to catch up on the number of uploads I have right now. So, again, still doing 3 uploads per week. I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done here within the next month or so. Because obviously we get into the holidays and such, it's going to be a lot harder to, try to get content out there. But, so yeah, still sticking with the 3 uploads per week. Next week, I am going to go back to early uploads for my channel members. So, you guys will be getting, you guys will be getting next week's uploads all on Monday sometime. And I'll still be doing the Tuesday and Thursday uploads as well. Just trying to see here. One second. I think that's pretty much it. For all I have to say for channel updates, I don't think there's really anything else I got to say on that matter. In terms of like content coming up, more rail fanning videos, more train related videos. Here next week, I will give you guys a little spoiler. Next week's uploads, or at least one of next week's uploads, will be a all layouts, model train video. So that'll be something for you guys to look forward to. That's from Eddie and I when we met up here earlier this month. We shot quite a bit of video footage that will be going ahead. I know he's planning on uploading some stuff to his channel. I'll be uploading some stuff to mine as well. And I don't know if I might have mentioned this in a post earlier on, but I know there was quite a few of my viewers wanted to see a video on the channel of the Knoxdale Tunnel, one of the abandoned Pittsburgh enshroudment locations. Eddie and I actually recorded a video on that here earlier this month when we met up. So one of those videos, that video will be coming to the channel at some point here in the near future. You know, there was a couple people I know made the comment that, oh, you did a video on Colder, you know, you did a second video on Colder, but you still haven't covered Knoxdale yet. That was the requested, you know, that was the one that was requested for the next video. It's like, okay, I'm going to get to it. And, you know, when Eddie and I were out exploring there last Thursday earlier this month, you know, that was something we did, was we made a video when we were in the Knoxdale Tunnel. But, and like I said, I've got a bunch of other train related videos coming up here on the channel in the next month or so. Again, trying to get some uploads out, catch up on, you know, my uploads, because I've got quite a bit of bottlenecking right now in terms of, you know, content I want to get out there. And I guess in a way it doesn't help when I'm still going out there and shooting more videos basically every day. Just this week alone, I've shot probably like 6 different videos. Not to say that all that footage is going to get uploaded. If I'm ever out somewhere and I'm recording something, I like to get a lot of footage just so I can, you know, pick and choose like what I want to put into my videos and such and what have you. But was there anything else I wanted to say on that topic? And I mean, I do have some other videos coming up here. Not train related or anything, but you know, some other videos coming up here as well. Unfortunately, some of that, I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but some of that stuff, it's not even in editing yet. So that's another thing. But yeah, I think really that's all I have to say for like channel updates or anything like that. So, yeah. Any other updates, I guess? Not that I can think of. I did want to mention here, I think meetups are pretty much done for this year. You know, Eddie met up with me this month, but, you know, obviously he's not going to be back for at least another year now. Almost met up this year, with YouTuber Douglas Rowe. He was telling me there he was looking into flying here from California, but unfortunately, he said he just kind of drug his feet too long and missed the flight, basically. So, you know, he said about maybe next year try to plan meet up or something. But for now, it's, you know, it's just not going to happen at this time.
Excuse me. Sorry. I don't know.
It's not very ladylike.
I'm a tomboy. What do you?
Yeah, I know. There's your tomboy for you.
Nah. It's your top boy.
Yeah. So what else? I don't know. I just that's about all the updates I can give you guys. I can't say that I've got anything else, other than that going on. Yeah, not a lot more I can say in that regard. Time for a drink. I'm just gonna put that back where I got it.
I don't know why you gave it to me.
I don't know.
Crazy boy.
I'm not crazy.
Yes, you are.
There is no term for my condition.
You're crazy in love with me. Duh. You don't deny that.
No. Hell, we've been going on for 10 minutes now, and
11 minutes.
Close enough. Either way, we've been going on for that amount of time and really have not accomplished anything in regards to what the purpose of this live stream was.
It's supposed to be a Q&A.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard when there's no Q&As there.
Well, ask me a question then.
Boxers or briefs?
I'm not answering that kind of question. That's a personal question.
Hello, Dominic. Favorite train?
Oh,
well, you should know that, Chris. I don't think I got to answer that. You should know that.
What are you
because I don't have any fingers. But anyways, favorite train would have to be Stroudsburg Railroad 90, the 210 Russian decapod. My reason for this is, I guess, mainly just aside from the Knox and Kane, which sadly no longer exists anymore, Stroudsburg was the only other railroad I visited during my childhood. And I don't know, just the decapod, the fact that, 90 is one of only two decapods still in operational condition in the States. I think that's another thing that kind of makes that locomotive stand out to me. But 90s also had quite an interesting past because, and yes, I'm going to be reading from the online here so I get my facts straight when I say this.
Yeah, you need it.
In May of 1940, the locomotive was actually involved in a roundhouse fire when it still was in service on the Great Western Railroad. Basically, the roundhouse, I don't know what the cause of the fire was, but there were 3 locomotives still in it, and 90 was actually the only one that was in steam to basically pull the locomotives out. So that's what they did, and unfortunately, 90 sustained damage in the process. But then also November of 44, number 90 was broadsided by a truck at a grade crossing, which actually knocked the locomotive over. And apparently, firemen and truck driver were killed in the accident. And then also in 1956, 90 was hit by another truck, and that resulted in the truck driver being killed. So the locomotives had quite an unfortunate history. But I think another thing, and this is probably something I should have said to begin with, is I guess something that is interesting with number 90 is the fact that the locomotive actually was promised a future even before it was withdrawn from service on the Great Western, because basically Stroudsburg, or I guess the owner of Stroudsburg, wanted to purchase the locomotive from the Great Western once they were ready to withdraw it. So, while a lot of locomotives from railroads all over the country have once they, 90 was one of the fortunate ones. And I guess that's sort of a similar story with Pierre Marquette 1225, because that locomotive, it was donated to Michigan State University, I think it was. And that basically, because it was the most, out of all the Berkshires that were there, it was the easiest one to get to, which is kind of why it was the fortunate one to be saved. But then there's also, I think, 1223 is the other Berkshire that's still, but that one's on static display and probably will never run again. But kind of getting off topic of what I was going on about before. But yeah, like I said, I'd have to say 90 is probably my favorite locomotive out there. Not to say that I don't like any other ones, of course. Stop it.
No, I was gonna say you're gonna love your Christmas present.
I'm sure. But a couple other iconic locomotives. Quite a fan of the GG1, Pennsylvania Railroad GG1. For me, Tuscan Red is probably my favorite color. I know a lot of people like the Brunswick Green. I just think the Tuscan Red is my favorite. But also, Pierre Marquette 1225, that's another favorite of mine. Norfolk and Western 611, only surviving J class out there. Probably can't say a whole lot, but I do like locomotives, probably just because the history I have with those. And try to throw one more out there, I guess. I know I'm talking a lot about steam here. Going to try to well, I guess, the GG1, that's electric. I've talked about, number 90, 1225, those are steam. You got the Dash 9s, of course. Those are diesel powered. I'm trying to think if there's another. I don't know. Probably just leave it at that, I guess. Let's see. Okay. Dominic asks, what do you think of the Hot Wheels Track Fleet's Optimus Prime?
20 minutes later.
Yeah.
I was
Tell me about it.
I was
Give me a second to look that up, because I'm a bit lost at the moment. All right. Hot Wheels Track Fleets, Optimus Prime. Okay, I see what you're talking about now. So we've gone with the old Freightliner, cab over Freightliner truck. I mean, I guess from what I'm seeing, it doesn't look bad, but at the same time, I'm kind of questioning the choices. I don't know. There's a few things like I kind of don't agree with. I think they could have gone with some better wheels. I'm a little curious as to why certain details are missing on this. I mean, granted, it's a Hot Wheels, I guess. But put it this way, it's probably not something I would get. But I can see maybe to Hot Wheels collectors and what have you. It's probably even Transformers fans. It's probably on their must-have list. Yeah, I keep telling her that, Chris. She's not listening.
What? Oh my God. You know what, Corey?
What?
Just keep it up. I will call them back and tell them I will not take it.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell Chris?
I guess I should make an announcement.
I was talking about what I told him last night. He asked me about the job.
Yeah, what about it?
That's what I was talking about.
Oh. Okay, so should I make the announcement?
I don't care. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, there's some news for you guys. Found out today that Mrs. Plowbender, it was earlier this week. Was it this week or last week? It was over the weekend, right?
For what?
That you put a job application in?
That was like... God dang, now you gotta make me look.
It was last Saturday, I think.
No, it wasn't.
Or the Saturday before that.
Last Monday.
It
was Tuesday on your mom's birthday. I got a text.
Yeah. Mrs. Plowbender put a job application in. And she went in for an interview yesterday, which she thought it went well.
Yeah.
And they said they'd be in contact with her if she got the job or not. Well, this morning she got a call, and apparently she got the position. So that being the case, she's going to be starting a new job closer to where I'm at and actually going to be moving in with me.
Closer? I was going to say it's like 10 minutes, 16 minutes away.
Nah, I think it's like 15 minutes. Because it's 15 minutes for me to get to Chris's dad's house. So.
Well, it depends on how you drive.
Speed limits are just a suggestion.
I don't drive speed limits sometimes. You
No.
should know that.
Yeah.
I mean, especially I think in Strasbourg, you should know that.
Yeah, I know. I've ridden with you. So yeah. Like I said, basically she's going to be moving in with me. We're going to be living together, which means maybe you guys might see her a lot more on the channel.
Maybe.
That one word, maybe.
Your famous words. Maybe.
Okay. I'm sure he's not here now, and I will apologize anyways.
Who?
But hello to the Spin Cycle.
Yeah, I think he left.
Well, he said he'll stop back in later.
Maybe, if you're still
yeah, I remember you, Spin Cycle, because you were the one there with me and Eddie there the 2 nights we went live. Man, I miss Eddie.
Then go move in with him.
Nah. I don't think I could handle him for more than a week.
I can't handle you more than a week, but look what happened. Oh, did I say that?
Yes, you did. Let's see. Dominic. He asks, or no, he's just saying that Ertl also had a Fast and Furious diecast line.
Excuse me.
Let me look that up.
This is why I don't do any live streams with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not like.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm looking here at Ertl's diecast Fast and Furious line. Apparently, somebody looked at these on YouTube. Probably a lot of people did, actually. Okay, they sold this under Racing Champions. There's a line of 1/18 scale die-cast.
Oh, Paul Walker.
Yeah. Oh, they did Dom's Charger. I don't know a lot about Fast and Furious, and I know Captain Rolls, he was quite offended when I did that review on that that nano scene set. He's like, you don't know jack shit about this, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I've never seen any of the movies, which that did not help the argument because it just made him more mad at me. But I don't know. I couldn't even tell you how many movies they've done. I just know there's been a lot of them. What was it? He was telling me there was one car. I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been the Mitsubishi Eclipse. He was telling me there that car actually appeared in the movie Sex Drive, which I've seen that movie a couple times there, and I guess he was watching it, and he just happened to notice that, and he's like, "Oh, that's the same car that was in Fast and Furious." Like, how about that? I don't know which studios did those productions, but it was probably one of those deals. They needed another car prop, and or maybe it was just meant to be a little Easter egg. Sometimes movies will do that. Like, for example, Steven Spielberg, his first movie. A lot of people think Jaws was Spielberg's first movie, or at least that's the one they know him the most for. But really, his first movie was called Duel, and it focused on basically a guy driving through the desert in his car, and this truck driver just trying to take him out. But funny thing was, the movie Torque, couldn't tell you when it came out. I've seen it, but I couldn't tell you when it came out. The beginning of that movie, as the guys are riding the motorcycles through the desert there, they actually pass a 1971 Plymouth Fury and a big rusty tanker truck, and that was basically a little Easter egg from the movie Duel. Let's see here.
We're down to one person now.
Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber. You tell me that, and I actually recall back to Bare Metal HW. He did a replica of the Mutt Cuts van, but he started with, I think it was a Hot Wheels Ford Econoline. Or no, it wasn't even that. What the hell was it? The Super Van? I can't remember, but anyways, Bare Metal HW, he made the Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber, and he started with a Hot Wheels van as a basis, which it had its flaws, but I think it turned out really nice. Honestly, wouldn't mind a 1/64 scale Mutt Cuts van. I was curious there. I looked up. Looked up on here, and yeah, there is the Hot Wheels version, which, to be fair, it doesn't look as nice as the one Bare Metal did. But I mean, at the same time, he had a lot of tools at his disposal, such as the static grass applicator, which is what he used for the dog's hair and such. Yeah, I kind of want one of those now.
What?
Well, the Mutt Cuts van from Dumb and Dumber. I've never seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow we can watch it.
Maybe.
Then I think there was Dumb and Dumber 2, I think. I think I've seen.
You know what we ought to do sometime is watch Bare Metal HW.
Never seen it. I was gonna say, what the heck is that? But never seen
Bare
it.
Metal HW on YouTube.
Okay.
I did a video dedicated to his whereabouts.
Why can't I watch all your
No,
videos?
Because you don't watch crap.
Because I work third. Well, not after that. After next week.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that.
What?
Gunsmith Cats. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
I love to see Rally. Oh. Oh goodness, what is this?
I'll be honest with you. Back on the Mutt Cuts van for a second. I'm looking at this here, and it honestly looks like this body's all plastic. Watching videos on her phone.
Your mom said that to me.
Yeah.
She's like, don't get caught like this.
But anyways, yeah, I mean, something that is kind of funny on the topic of like customs and such is like I kind of look back to some of the customs I've done over the years. Like, for example, you've got like I've done a custom to the dual truck. I've done trying to think. Well, I'll just use that as an example for you. I did a custom to the dual truck. Well, now I forget what company it is producing 1/64 scale die cast. They actually have that available now to buy directly. I think they're also doing the K100 from BJ and the Bear. But I don't think either of those come with trailers, though. I think they're just doing the rigs themselves. So, I mean, that still leaves you without a trailer. That's kind of why I was glad that I custom built mine. Of course, 3D printing these days is so widespread. You can basically make anything. I myself, there's been people that have asked me in the past, if I'd ever use a 3D printer or get one. I'm just too old-fashioned. I would rather make something from scratch by hand than take the time to design it on the computer, print it out on a 3D printer, and I don't know. I kind of feel like in a way there's some stuff out there. I'd probably spend more time trying to design it on a 3D printing software. I'd probably spend more time designing it than it would take to just make it from scratch. And at the end of the day, I'd probably still have to take the time to paint it, detail it, things like that. So, Grease Cars. I'm assuming you're referring to the movie. Yeah, that's funny. Jenna and I were actually talking earlier today there because I was telling her about Dee Dee Khan, which some of you would probably know her. She was in Grease, and she also played in Trailer Park Boys. I was going to say, I actually got something actually got something Greenlight today, but I actually got something Auto World, I guess. Which
Yeah, I was gonna say that one.
Yep, picked up a 2021 Dodge Challenger. This is a Challenger, isn't it?
Oh no, you wanted
Yeah,
it, so I picked
SRT
it up.
Super Stock.
So I got it for you.
Like the Auto World stuff. I don't know what the deal was. There was quite a few things that were mint in the packages there, hanging on the pegs, but either the bubble was cracked or the pieces inside had broken, missing parts on them, which I'm thinking maybe the carton or the packages were just knocked around, because just from my own personal experience, Auto World does not seem to suffer with quality control issues. I don't know. Maybe I've just not had enough of this stuff through here. But I know Douglas and I, we've even talked. It wasn't until he was exposed to some Auto World stuff that he realized how much he liked these, because these little replicas, they're nicely detailed, and there's so much variety to what's out there. I'm just trying to, if it'll focus. There you go. You can see all that info there. But yeah, like I said, I quite like these Auto World pieces. I don't know if I got anything close by here. Anything else that's Auto World? That's M2 machines.
I should have bought the other one. That way I can unscrew it.
Well, if I had something that was more in reach.
You know that.
What?
I should buy another one of these.
Yeah.
That way I can just unscrew it and have one without in the case. That's okay.
Don't buy too much stuff. You'll be like me. You won't have room for it all.
Have you seen my room with all of my horror stuff?
Yes.
Okay, then. I have way more stuff than you do.
I have way more room than you do, too.
Well, yeah, you got your own little man cave down here.
Ain't that the truth?
Until I come in.
Yeah. Then it all goes bye-bye.
No.
See all this behind me? It goes.
Just like...
What else? I don't know.
They're all after you, not me.
Yeah, I'm just looking here to see what some people are doing online.
Okay, now I'm cold.
Yeah, it isn't really that warm down here.
I mean, I did get warm and now I'm cold. Hopefully I don't scare no one away with this.
I'm thinking the company is XO. IXO. I guess they're doing the replica, the 164 scale replica of the dual truck. Around 1955, Peterbilt 281. And like I said earlier, they're also doing the K100. But as far as I'm aware, neither of those come with trailers. I don't know if the trailers are just too expensive or what. But I forget what scale it is. I don't remember the scale, but there is another. There's like a bigger replica, and I think it's possibly closer to maybe 1/18 scale of the dual truck, but I think that thing's well over $100. I would not mind having it, but I don't think I could to afford it. That's what I've wanted to get my hands on, both the Squad and Engine 51 that I think it's Iconic Replicas did. They are 150th scale, but the price of the squad is quite ridiculous. The engine's not too bad. There's one on, I found one online there. It's like $100, I think, a little over $100, if even that. It's not bad. I don't know. I've got this bad habit. I'm always window shopping. See a lot of stuff I want, but it's like, if you don't have the money, don't spend it. Dalton asks, what do you think of Ertl buildings? Ertl buildings, are we referring to like the old ones you used to get in the farm country sets back in the 90s, or is there something more modern out there? Because like I've got around here, I've got some stuff from the 90s there, and personally I thought they were really great. There's some of them not so great. It's a little hard to see. Behind Jenna, right here, this little red shed, that's an Ertl piece from the 90s. And I think the same can be said for this red building right here that I use for my excavation business. I think they're nice. And, you know, if you were to take the time and paint them up and detail them a little better, I think you'd have some pretty nice buildings. In the case of that red one behind me there, that one I've taken the time to put wood paneling on the walls. I've still got more to do with that, I believe. But I put wood paneling on the walls, and I've also put like banners and such up. At some point, another thing I'd like to do with all the buildings on my setup is put lights in them. And to do that, you know, basically I'm going to get some HO scale lights that you use in like HO scale buildings and such, put them in. And my plan is to have a small train controller hooked up to AC power to basically plug the lights into. But at the same time, I also want the buildings to be able to be plugged and unplugged from the tables for when I go to transport stuff. Who knows? That might be a project I'll attempt over the winter. We'll just see what happens. But to get back to Dalton's question, though, you know, the farm country sets, the buildings in the farm country sets. Personally, you know, they were a big part of my childhood. I think they're pretty good. And even for like a serious, you know, if you're serious about, you know, building a setup like this behind me here, you know, you could probably find some of those buildings and use them and they'd be perfect. But farmhouse with the black roof. Farmhouse or the ranch house? Because I got the ranch house. It's underneath the table here. I don't really feel like digging it out. But I've got the ranch house. I think I'm missing some parts to it. I don't think I have the back porch to it. Sure, I got the garage door. I was missing pieces from the front porch, but I know I got those now. But yeah. I'm gonna look that up real quick, Dominic. Yeah, I see it. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if, Yeah, that's basically what it is a 57 or 58, I think it is, Plymouth Fury. I mean, I don't know, Dalton. I'm pretty sure I've seen some sets like that. Or maybe I haven't. I think usually they just come with, like the ones I've seen, and I actually parted one of these out years back. There was a set that came with a machine shed, various tractors, trucks, equipment. I think it came with some fencing, which I think fencing, it was more like gates. About a handful of cows and pigs and what have you. But I can see where you're going at. You know, they made a set that actually came with a house and a barn. You know, something like, I don't know, barn and a silo, I guess. Maybe a machine shed, maybe a few tractors. I think it's one of those deals, though. The price would be so expensive. I don't know what. I don't know what those farm sets would have went for back in the 90s. I don't have an Earl catalog here to, know what those would have cost back then. But it's like even these days, the cost of those sets. Another interesting thing for you is there used to be a local business in my area called Trader Horn, and they went out of business well over 10 years ago now, I'm sure. But when they were still in business, they had the Western barn sets there. I was buying a lot of those and parting them out. I basically sell the barns because I had no use for the barns. But, I basically pull out like figures, accessory pieces like ladder. I think they came with ladders, bales, wheelbarrows. I know were something they included in those sets. Same with what was it? Seed bags, sawhorses, and there was another thing. I think those sets also came with horses as well. So they're basically I was able to make some money by parting those sets out, and especially when Trader Horn went out of business. Obviously, they were trying to get rid of all their old inventory, and they were slashing prices. I know I picked up at least 2 of those Western barn sets on clearance. So, but I guess what I'm getting at here, though, is, for Ertl to basically produce a set you're talking about, Dalton, it would probably be too expensive and people wouldn't want to pay the money. I'm just going to look up here real quick. I'm going to look up Outback Toys. Sponsor. Nah, just kidding. I'm just going to look up here real quick. I want to see what they have for farm sets. Because they have some of the best prices online from what I've seen.
I just got warm quickly.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, it's taking a little bit to look this stuff up. You know what? Why don't I just do it like this? And hopefully the stream's not lagging because I'm doing 2 things at once.
Yeah, it probably will.
Yeah, because internet sucks in this part of China.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm just looking up here. Like, for example, they've got one set on here. This is a deluxe bundle, as they call it. It's a farm set, 1/64 scale, dairy farm play set with die-cast International Harvester equipment. This set here, did they give me a list of the contents? Okay, so you get the dairy barn. I'm going to say you get about a dozen dairy cows, handful of fencing and gates and such, few figures, some accessories. But then for vehicles, you get Case IH Magnum 380 AFS, Case IH 2594 cab with rear duals, Case IH 33 or 330 tandem disc Harrow, Dodge Ram pickup with gooseneck trailer and bales. So there's more there. International 1466 black stripe with duals. You get all of this, like I said, plus the dairy barn and the accessories and all that. You get all of that for, they currently have it on sale for $85. But if we just take into, let's just say for the sake of arguing, this is how much Ertl would want for one of these sets, $85. Well, even then, a lot of people are going to look at that and they're going to think to themselves, that's a lot of money to be spending on something like this. But that's what Ertl needs to sell this for to, make a profit. But if you want to take this set and say a farmhouse, which I'm trying to see if there is a farmhouse listed on here. I really don't want to search all over for one. But like right here, you got a grain bin. Comes with plastic equipment and a few cows and fences in the grain bin. $24.95 on that. So it's like we just throw in, just assuming we got a grain bin here and we've got, throw in a house, which might be another $24. You're looking at probably close to, put it this way, we've already exceeded the $100 mark. And I think, again, a lot of people are going to look at that and they're going to think to themselves, I don't really want to buy this because it's too expensive, especially parents, for example. I would think it'd just be a case of Ertl would probably look at that and be like, it's, the price is what's going to kill it. There's not going to be enough. There's not going to be a way to make a profit in this deal. We're not going to be able to sell these sets. Because again, the set is so big, it's so expensive. Hopefully I didn't lose you there, Dalton, when I'm trying to explain this. That's just, the way I see it. And I think at the end of the day, maybe Ertl wants people to go out and, buy all the pieces individually and make a set of their own, to their own desire, I guess. And there's another thing I will point out though, that $100-some price tag, it's expensive for all that, but you think about it, you buy a farm set like that has equipment, the house, the barn, the grain bin, what have you, you're probably set for a good while because you won't have to go out and buy any other accessories. I don't know. And Mrs. Plowbender kind of abandoned me at the moment. Try to catch up on the chat here. I apologize if anyone thinks I'm ignoring them. Hello to Emergency Guy.
Hey.
Thanks for joining. Yeah, I just saw your comment, Dalton. I don't think that's bad at all. $120 for all that. What you need?
We're leaving at 6:30 in the morning.
All right.
Just thought I'd tell you.
Okay.
Your mom just told me.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think 120 is bad, Dalton, but there's probably a lot of people that would look at that price and it'd be a turnoff for them. But like I just said, though, you think about it, if you buy a set like that, that comes with all that stuff, you're basically set for a while in terms of, you won't have to go out and buy, any more equipment or structures, at least for a good while. But, the option's still there to expand if you wanted to. I don't know. Everyone's just so stingy with their money these days, and I can kind of understand why. It's kind of one of those deals. You got to make a decision between, paying bills or
buy stuff.
Paying bills or
Buying stuff.
having luxuries, I guess. It's another one of those deals that you got to choose between buying something you want or making a house payment or a car payment or something like that. That's just how things are right now. But trying to see here. Challenger Pat, he asked, what do you like better, Farmall or John Deere? I mean, no offense to any of you green guys out there, but
Farmall.
For me, it's Red Power.
I can tell.
I'm not gonna talk down about these John Deere guys, but I'm just gonna say I prefer red.
What about blue?
Well, blue kind of is red now.
Or it is really.
Yeah.
Maybe you told me that. I just don't remember. My brain's like.
Well, at one time you had International Harvester and you had Case, JI Case. Well, then there was a merger somewhere. It became Case IH. And then somewhere along the lines you had Ford and New Holland. There was a merger there. So then it became CNH, Case New Holland. So now everything basically comes out of the same plant. They're pretty much the same tractors these days, just different color sheet metal.
That's true.
You've never been to New Holland, have you?
No.
Oh,
Never took them. Remember, I always worked third. Every time you went last time.
Yeah, that's right. New Holland's on Monday. You always go home.
Yeah, because some people have to work.
I don't think anyone works anymore.
But now I still can't go with you. Because I'll be working 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
See that works out well for me. I still get
What's that supposed to be?
I still get my peace and quiet.
Your peace and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to go there?
Yes.
I want to have my mom make you a crocheted cord so you can shove it up your ass. Sorry.
Ooh, you burnt me.
You'd be all right. Didn't mean to say that on there.
So we're getting close to cracking the 1 hour mark here. And I think at this rate, probably going to wrap things up before too much longer because I'd like to enjoy what's left of the rest of my evening.
No, they all ask you questions, but not me. So it must be special.
Well, I asked you a question earlier and you wouldn't answer it.
Yeah, boxer briefs, really?
What do you wear?
I don't wear any of them because I'm not a guy.
Or do you go commando?
Oh my God! Ew, no, ew. You're bad.
I mean, I'd say something else, but I don't want to get demonetized here, so I won't. What?
You maybe ask me after you're off this.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube seems to, if you stray on to certain topics, YouTube demonetizes you. But yeah, I'll probably be wrapping things up here in another 2 minutes because, like I said, it's been almost an hour now. So anything left to talk about, drop it in the chat, and I'll try to wrap things up here. But
come on, you stupid thing.
She's playing with dolls.
Shut up! I am not. I don't make fun of you. I'm not playing with dolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
I could say something, but I'm not that mean.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to bring up. I don't think so. Already pretty much gave everyone channel updates at the beginning of this.
So when you gonna? I have a question for you.
What?
When are you gonna update your cover photo and all that on your YouTube?
The end of the month.
And you won't show me?
No.
Rude. See, it's maybe the honest.
Dominic asks, have you heard of the artist called Agent TC24? He does a lot of classic car art.
Excuse me.
No, I have not. I'll have to look him up here. Depending on what I find, I might even send his info to Eddie there, since Eddie's a big car guy. I mean, rightfully so. He lives in, Motor City, basically. Well, not in Detroit, but I'm not going to give away his real location because that's classified. But, yeah, I will look him up, Dominic. See what he does. I don't know. I think that is pretty much going to wrap things up. So, I suppose, I don't really know what to say. So, that's kind of been almost the whole time I've been in this live stream. But anyways, like I said, I'm going to wrap things up here. I do want to thank everyone who did join for spending the last hour or so with me and putting up with my rambling on about nonsense. But again, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for your support for myself and the channel. I also want to thank Mrs. Plowbender for joining me this evening.
Yeah, sure, why
not? But anyways, that is going to be it for this live chat, or live Q&A, I guess it was. Mostly
for you.
Yeah.
No one likes me.
Oh, they love you. You just don't know it yet.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, I'm going to head off now. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for your continued support and viewership. You want to chat with me some more? Feel free to reach out to me on my other pages. Those are linked in the description. Also check out my Discord server. And also want to give a big thank you, since I can. I want to give a big thank you to my channel members for their support. And if you want to consider becoming a channel member yourself, there is a link down below where you can join. Obviously, you get exclusive perks and early access to new content, monthly members-only live chats, and, a lot of good stuff. I do want to mention that this is not, it is optional, completely optional. I'm not pressuring anyone to become a channel member, but if you do, then you will be rewarded.
You never reward me.
You're not a channel member. But anyways,
I don't have to be.
That is going to be it for this live chat or live Q&A. I am going to head off and beg for my life. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you later. Bye, folks.
Wow.